Welcome to Bootstrapped Unicorns. I'm your host, Josh Pies, and this is the show where scrappy founders, rebellious visionaries, and business misfits pull back the curtain on what it really takes to build something extraordinary from absolutely nothing. No trust fund, no fairy god investor, just grit, duct tape, caffeine, yeah, and that dream. We're talking about the wild, unfiltered ride of turning chaos into cash flow and ideas into impact. So buckle up. This is no Disney movie, but there might be some magic. Let's face it, even Elon started in a garage. So without further ado, let's get to the next episode. Welcome to Bootstrapped Unicorns, presented by C47 Digital Studios. Bootstrapped Unicorns, we're back for a milestone moment. This is episode 75. Yes, that's right. Statistically, we are in the top 1% of performing podcasts. What does that mean? We've actually produced more than 99% of podcasts that are available. Out of the 5.5, almost 6 million podcasts that are out there, statistically, we've done more than 99% of them. That's kind of fun to know, right? Well, if you've been along for this journey at all, even half an episode, I want to just thank you. I am grateful for you. I'm really glad that you have found my show and the people who have helped make this the success that we think it is. And I want to let you in on a couple of things. One, I'm going to let you know, I'm going to foreshadow that by the end of this, I'm going to tell you how we're revising the format of this show, and it may very well involve you. So if you would do me the honor of sticking with, I think you're going to appreciate what I'm going to tell you. But I do want to do a quick retrospective. Back in 2023, we saw the handwriting on the wall here at C47 Films that the world was pivoting more towards podcasting and video podcasting, and that a number of our clients were basically doing that anyhow. Thanks to the pivot in the pandemic that we all had to do, a lot of my clients were doing basically virtual recording, starting with Zoom and then eventually on Riverside. And then it was starting to resemble podcasts, but it wasn't quite that. And then we're like, well, with micro pivots, that's exactly what we do. So we did. And we set our intention in early 23 to make it a thing. And by August of 23, we recorded episode 1 of my show, which originally was actually going to be called the Sweat Equity Success Podcast. And then I got a cease and desist letter. I don't know if I've ever told this story, but the Sweat Equity Podcast, super nice guys, they're actually in Tampa, and I had no clue. I even did a search and didn't find their show, which they have a lot of episodes and a lot of subs. So you would think I would have found it. I didn't. But they have the trademark on that. And so we talked about it. What a great conversation. Nicest guys. But we had to rename the show. And I discovered that I'm an entrepreneurship fan. I love entrepreneurship. That's my training is in it. I've practiced it. It's a lifestyle I believe in and really enjoy. That the terms bootstrapping and unicorns, building a unicorn of a business, feel very right and real to me. They're terms I've used for a very long time. So the name Bootstrapped Unicorns just ended up feeling right. It's a little cryptic. It's actually, from an advertising perspective, not on the nose enough, but it's very me. So we picked it, we ran with it, we got episode 1 in the can in August, and then very swiftly in September, I get waylaid in a car accident, and among other things, I end up with short-term memory loss for an extended period of time due to my concussion. It must have been much worse than I remember in that car accident, because it affected me for many, many months, and it really delayed the show. I really wasn't myself. And so it feels to me like we can almost count like January, February of 24, when I was coming out of that longish term fog, as the first time we were really giving this a go. Well, I can tell you that 24, 25 months since then, a lot's happened. We've upgraded from our small studio to almost triple the size with 2 studio spaces in partnership with Coastal Investments here in Winter Park, Florida, with a relationship that has been beyond fulfilling and outstanding. And hey guys, everybody at Coastal, but Carrie and Greg specifically, Carrie who had the idea and Greg who had the guts and the vision to do something unique with us. You guys kind of changed my life and the lives of my entire crew here. And we look at you guys as family, and I think you reciprocate, which is truly a wonder. And we are blessed and honored to be friends with you and work with you. So thank you for that. And the other things that have happened since then, we've interviewed incredible people with amazing entrepreneurial stories and entrepreneurial insight. We even memorialized one of my dear friends who passed from COVID. I think that was episode 12. Still miss John and think about him every day. But we had the resources to actually do that because we have had the podcast platform. So now, if you feel like you missed out on a lot of those great interviews, I'll tell you, go back and just listen to some of them, all of them, if you will. But there's just some really great moments with entrepreneurs that are more than just inspiring. There's a lot of intel that you can pick up from those conversations, and we'll still have some of those. But this brings me to now, and in the now, episode 75 is me telling you that we're going to try something new, because one of the things that I feel like has been missing from the show is commentary on what's happening now and how to think about it and how to take action with our business decisions in relation to the current environment. We got great stories of how people used to handle things or did handle things on their way towards success. Awesome. Very actionable stuff. But it still was leaving that gap of, okay, maybe the president recently said this and it's going to change some legislation that affects an industry. Maybe, a new AI tool is going to challenge what it means to have a website. Maybe driverless cars is going to completely disrupt the taxi industry in a way where I actually know a professional driver with a taxi team. What's that going to mean to his business? These are all the types of things that we can talk about and unpack and maybe have big ideas on how to take action. I try not to be a fearmonger, but sometimes you got to ring the bell on things that are scary, and we can deal with that too. But we're going to have people on who have voices and expertise in all sorts of different areas, and then put up some important conversation. But that's going to be the central part of our episodes. That's going to be the middle part. The part that I want to open with is a whole bunch of fun. And, I don't think I've said this yet. I'm planning on having anywhere from 1 to 5 guests on at any given time. The studio can handle 4 of us, so up to 3 more. And then if we bring people on through Riverside, which is our online platform of choice, we can have many, many more, but I think it's more manageable around anywhere up to 5 guests, with me 6 total people. So we're going to see how that goes, but everybody's going to bring an artifact they found on the internet. Is it a meme? Is it a video? Something that's either inspired them, made them laugh, made them cringe, whatever. They're going to send it to my team. I'm not going to look at it, and we're not going to pre-share it with each other. We're going to have some live reactions, laugh, chat, pick at things, have some fun. I think we're missing in this world, especially as AI challenges things and digital realities and working from home challenge our presence with each other. We need more hangouts. So it's going to be business people, and it might be business topics. It might not. It might be the coolest new remix on an old Eminem song, and it's done in like 1960s soul. I don't really care as long as we're laughing and having fun together and leading into that next big conversation. We'll find a way to segue and pivot into that. Then here's something I haven't figured out, but is on my mind. So segment 3 that I want to pull off, and I'm glad you're still here with me because I'm going to open an invitation in a second. I need you to be here for it. But that last segment, Miller and I are going to work on the tech. We're going to see if we can pull it off to maybe connect my cell phone into the system. And we want to call somebody from one of our phones, and that somebody's in our so-called Rolodex or our contacts, and they're not going to know we're coming. And if they, we'll tell them it's live, it's on the air, you're here with us. And if they hang up, we'll respect their privacy and not call back. That's okay. But if they stay on the line, I want to get to something really important. And that really important is, what can we do to relevantly and really help you with something important right now? It could be that somebody's trying to solve a problem, that there's a fundraiser at their kid's school and they need more funds for a specific project. Cool. Tell us about it and let's reach out to our people and solve that for them. It could be it could be a personal thing. It could be a relationship issue. And we're going to remind them, this is live. Don't say names, but can we help you think about the emotions and the situation at hand? I'm not a therapist. I'll never pretend to be one, but I got a pretty good ear and a few ideas. Maybe our peers here at the table will be able to help with that. It could be that you're struggling with puppy training, and we can talk about crate training and Google some things. I actually know some great dog trainers in the area. I really don't care what the help ask is. I just care that we do our darndest to be helpful humans in this world. I'd like to believe we could maybe start a trend of other people being mindful and just remembering to say, hey, how can I help you today? The givers out there in this world always gain over time, but you got to live as a giver in order to really gain. And so you want to have a fulfilled life. You want to feel good about yourself and maybe have it spill over into your business life and positively affect you there. Help people. So it's just really a practice in helping and gratitude, because I'm grateful that I can help people, and I think you would be too. So now the ask. You're here, you're listening to me, and you're going, Josh, I don't know if I'm getting everything, but I'm willing to trust you. I'm willing to try it. Send me a message. You want to come on the show? Let's figure it out. I want to have guests on who are ready and excited to try something a little bit different. It's different for me. I'm not going to pretend to have it all figured out. I do know that I'm comfortable trying things, and I'm trying them out loud. We're going to go live with this, by the way. We can go live on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook the way I currently have the tech set up, all at once. And then it'll go out as a podcast as well after the fact. I think that's really fun and exciting and challenging and worth going for, don't you? So this is Bootstrapped Unicorns. Show isn't going to change, but the format absolutely is. Episode 76 ain't going to look like episode 75 or anything prior. What will always be certain is entrepreneurship is important to us. We'll talk about it. Your journey as an entrepreneur or as a person who is blazing their trail in a business life is absolutely important to us. And I will always be grateful for your attention. So thanks for coming to episode 75. I'm feeling great about it, and I hope you are too. Are you going to be on episode 76 or beyond? Let's find out. Hit me up. I can't wait to hear from you. And again, wow, thank you. Thank you for being here.